What's up, YouTube? Jay Evans here again with another video. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on this light. It's a bit dark, even though it's morning. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, buddy. Got my smoothie. It's some tropical melody mix. There's pineapple, grapes, peaches. Then you have the cantaloupe and what's that? Honeydew. All right, but besides that, the topic of this today is critiquing versus bashing someone. See, the problem with a lot of people that can't take corrective criticism. Corrective criticism is it's necessary for growth. If somebody's not constantly looking at you and going, "Hey, bro, you're doing this wrong and this is how you fix it." That in my opinion that's critiquing. Bashing you is somebody trying to step on your shoulders just to see the view over a mountain, just to be like, hey, you can't see this view. Only I can see it view. Right? And you're like, hey, I kind of, I want to get there. But he's like, nah, you don't need to see this view because you're not on my level. Literally. I'm stepping on your shoulders. I'll let you see the view next 30 minutes. 30 minutes go by. You don't get to see the view. He's still standing on your shoulders. I don't know if that was a good analogy, honestly. That kind of sounded, it was okay. But a lot of people, honestly, in today's society, are way too sensitive to really sit down and dissect words. They attach themselves to the words themselves, and that's not. We aren't words. We're not even this flesh and this bag of bones. Like we are spiritual beings. I know that sounds weird. It might sound weird to some because you might be raised on religion. I grew up in the church, Pentecostal, and a lot of things recently have changed my mindset about how I see reality, what I think of God, and a lot of stuff. And I, whew, I'll do another video on my mushroom trip, but it was wild. I honestly can sit up here and say I don't believe in God. I don't believe in church. I believe in the collective consciousness of humanity is God itself. So there's a little piece of God in it, in just about everything around us. That's what I believe in. Because what I saw on mushroom trip is crazy. But back to the topic of the video at hand. It's critiquing. A lot of people nowadays are just way too sensitive. They want to be that person that called such and such a person out first and get their props and pats on the back. And this is what it's like, a popularity contest. That's what I've noticed. Especially like even in high school coming up till now, everything's been like this big competition, popularity contest. Social media feeds into it, and people are just I think people are waking up more now, but at the same time, because I think honestly social media platforms have reached a plateau in, like, the neediness to be. I mean, of course, there's still always your people who want that attention and blah blah blah, and that like flexing and whatnot. But I think we've honestly reached a plateau. I think more people are honestly paying attention and being more conscious as to what they're saying and doing. I honestly hope they are. And the sensitivity has got to go, right? Because, and that's another thing. Along with that sensitivity comes people misconstruing, taking your words and flipping it so they can just call you out on something you never even meant or never even said. They try and take it a step further because of past hurt in a relationship or this and that, or their parents abused them or blah blah blah. Oh, what do you mean my mother doesn't deserve XYZ? You know how she treated me and it's like, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not saying you shouldn't critique your mother and tell her what she did was screwed up. What you shouldn't do is sit up here and take the words out of context just to fit your narrative. That's what a lot of people do. It's like what was it? I made that. I was watching another video. Yanni. Real Talk with Yanni, and she made a video about, you know, how. Oh no, it was a post she made. She said, you know, you shouldn't sit up here and critique, sit up here and bash, not critique, bash black men, and you're still sleeping with them, having friend with benefits relationships, and having children with them. That doesn't make sense. And a lot of these people took this. A lot of bitter women, period, took it out of context. If you are bitter and you want to stay bitter, why? You know what? A lot of people just want to stay bitter and have something to complain about. Then when their life doesn't change, or then when they get pregnant for the wrong person, or then when they get the wrong person pregnant, they want to sit up there and blame everybody else. Oh, it's these women's fault. Or oh, it's these black men's fault. Or it's these black women's fault. You know what I'm saying? It's childish. But some people are small-minded and they like to operate on a certain frequency. They don't want to go past where they are. I was talking to this lady last night, and her whole thing was, oh, she was an older woman, so she ain't gonna change. She like, I want to say she looked like she was 58, and she, you know, what I'm saying, you know, I gave her kudos because she actually told me, hey, you know, turn right here, turn right here. Most people don't do that. They'll wait till I get to the destination to sit up there and complain. But I told her I really thank you. She's like, oh, y'all men, and it's like, all men are not the same. I'm the type of person, like, I'll say it once if I feel like saying it, but I don't like the the masculine energy in some women, right? That the way she was coming off very abrasive. Not that I was scared. I personally didn't give a shit. Excuse my language. I personally didn't give a crap, and I was just like, in my head, I'm like, this chick is just, she's not gonna change. Once you know somebody's not gonna change, once they're past a certain age, you just don't even bother with it. It's a waste of breath. It's a waste of time. Yeah, she was like, oh, you men, you don't like directions and this and that. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess we must be one hive mind mentality type of organism where we all operate on the same frequency. I'm not saying some men don't have that ego, but it's a human being thing, honestly. Women have the same ego with certain things. Shit, I know women who don't like being wrong either. And they'll sit up there and argue with you tooth and nail until either you give up or they'll bring something else into the argument, because women are great at that. See what I did right there? But I should say some women. Some women are great at that. They'll bring something else into the argument if they can't win. And then it'll be something like a health issue that you have or something like that. And they'll use that against you. Or some secret that you confided in them. And they'll use that. But again, all in all, don't be so sensitive when somebody, you got to know the difference between when somebody's correcting and critiquing you versus when they're just sitting up there bashing you. There's a big difference. There's a very big difference. Don't just sit up here and go, oh, she told me that I do this, that, and this wrong. Do you? Do you really do it wrong, or are you just being sensitive? Well, that's it for my video. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. I am out.